I know it's slightly out of context. It's just I had a promise to her yesterday. She was going to be doing a lot more talk on ozone, and this was part of yesterday's air piece. So I'm going to let you take the mic for a few minutes, speak to that if you will, in any way you like. You can speak about it as an element, you can speak about it as a healing modality. Speak to that, and once you've done that and got your piece out, I'm going to ask my beloved brother here, who's been helping me tremendously, to engage a Maori, as they are, as the people are called. I'm going to ask you to invoke spirit and to close this session before we then just go to questions. And then there's going to be about 15-20 minutes of Q&A before we wrap. So Hopi, take the mic, please. Thank you. Hopi Ryder. And she's going to speak on this incredible thing called O3.
Yeah. Such an honor to be here to speak about air, the oxygen we breathe. And how beautiful, as there's thunder and lightning in the background. This is the element that I'm going to be talking about here, ozone. How many people here know about ozone? Raise their hand. Awesome. So many more people are going to know about ozone today. My job here, every day. Awesome. So ozone is basically electrified oxygen. So when oxygen, the O2 molecule, is in the atmosphere, it's wherever it's present, wherever that is met with any electrical charges, so the sunlight or thunder, lightning, or the waves of the ocean. So wherever there's any electrical charges that meet this amazing life force giving molecule, it electrifies it. So we have an electrified version of oxygen. So this is a natural gas that happens, and a lot of different brilliant minds of our in around the 18th century, a lot of different brilliant minds at one time all kind of got the download. They were like, okay, oxygen brings life. What does electrified oxygen do? So for centuries, people have been utilizing oxygen therapies, ozone therapies, and have been seeing unbelievable healing miracles in the system. Our body loves oxygen, and so, yeah, I mean, on a personal level, I'm a New York City girl, lived in 30 years of my life in this, what you were just explaining, just complete destruction and chaos, and I didn't know anything about any of this. I didn't know the word manifestation, I didn't know anything, and then I was exposed to everything, and down my path, I had a dear one pretty much murdered from the medical system. He went to the doctor to get an allergy shot, and he died, and that set my journey to find the truth, and I'm so honored to hear this wisdom coming from you, because my New York girl to this woman right now, you know, this has been my journey as just a person in this world, not given information, watching people die, watching my health deteriorate, watching ignorance just create these systems of complete destruction. And now we're here in this room talking about solutions. And so, you know, basically along this journey, I have realized that as humans, all of these natural elements, water and air and earth, they have so much information to give us. And if we receive that information, we can be superhumans, and we are alive with vital information flowing in our bodies. We are, you know, anti-aging superhumans. So all we have to do is listen and receive these elements. And one of these elements is oxygen. And so that's my mission, is to get the word out, empower and educate one by one, and also get some oxygen in all of our bodies. I have a lounge outside the door here. I'm so happy to share this. Everybody that receives this is, it's just, they feel more alive, and that is what we all eventually want to do. On another level, just in terms of my experience, I'm realizing that everything is cellular, so every disease from acne to cancer, these are all allopathic words that we have really amazing divine elements to get us to a complete state of healing. So yeah, so that's kind of my thing, and I'm the ozone girl, I'm your ozone guide. If you have any questions about it, please come talk to me, and just bringing awareness to this divine element that gives us life.
Thank you, Hopi. I didn't know about ozone until about a week ago, not in this application, until about a week ago. Carla dragged me. I put asbestos poisoning in my lungs as a hangover from the war in Africa. and it means that sometimes I can't breathe, and it's really so it gets very nasty. And I was slowly turning blue over many days here, and until she dragged me to you, dragged big operative, and that was one of the most incredible alleviance I've ever experienced, short of being, having steroids put into me. It worked. It was beautiful. And had that not worked, just so you know, you wouldn't be so screwed. Oh, it was good. Ozone, there you have it.
The importance of this, I just want to expand a little bit on, goes far beyond what most of us can comprehend. Really, I think we're just scratching the surface here. But I just want to bring your attention to the importance of oxygen in the three most abundant elements on Earth. Obviously in the air that we breathe, the oxygen in the air that we breathe, the oxygen in the water that we drink, and thirdly, often people forget, the oxygen in the quartz that is the knowledge, the keeper of energy, or the storage of energy and information, silica dioxide, oxygen in the silica that creates quartz crystals. So the oxygen is present in all of these three primordial substances that really are at the center of the consciousness of this planetary experience that we're having. Beautiful, thank you.
Can I have a question? Again, because I grew up in Tao a lot. I want to ask, this comes to my mind because I always see things in opposite. So as oxygen for me is a representation of fire, so hydrogen is the representation of water. So I can see it's very powerful medicine. It has very powerful medicinal properties. But if you drinking it in a long term, doesn't it cause imbalance? Or have you any information?
I think the main issue as humans that we're dealing with is the lack of clean oxygen. So this is a means to receiving what we're normally supposed to be getting. You know, when we have the proper amount of oxygen in our bodies, we are super vital, and without it, we're starting to see a lot of, it's hypoxia. Our cells not getting oxygen equals sickness. So if we had good clean air and we were living in this new earth way, we wouldn't really need these kinds of technologies. But unfortunately, we're living in a toxic world. So we have these technologies, light therapy, oxygen therapy, and so that this is our lifeline right now until we develop these beautiful.
Okay, but it's not a technology and it's not chemistry, it is consciousness. And until we attune our consciousness and cohere the flame of consciousness to source consciousness, we will then emanate into the fractal field and remedy all of that. I just want to keep bringing it back to that, because if we fail to understand that bit, we pretty much failed the whole journey.
If our bodies are filled with oxygen, it's very difficult for disease to take root, because bacteria, fungus, viruses cannot exist in an oxygen-rich environment. So again, it's very clear what's happening. And keep in mind that the oxygen levels of the world are dropping. They're busy dropping dramatically. So the poisoning, the chemtrailing is, one of the agendas is to reduce the oxygen levels in the air so that we really become more and more toxic.
But haven't you heard Draco reptilians thrive on methane?
Right.
And we're going to put this out to questions now. We've got one microphone here which could be passed around. So there's going to be about 20 odd minutes of questions, please.